Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. We're going to do another project here real shortly, and it's going to be a 12 point star, not the 8 point. We just got done doing the simplified one. Like I said, I can't take credit for this because I don't know who actually designed it and put it together, but it's a nifty way of having a star, especially for the Christmas tree. I would just leave them white. I think they look so cool. I'm going to do a bunch of these for Christmas time. They don't take long to do. You know, I think I can, if I really sat down, took the block, and started writing all over it and doing everything I need to do, probably within 30 minutes I can get one done. Okay, that's for those of us that have been carving for a while and we know how to handle the knife. If you're a beginner and it takes you an hour, hour and a half, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a race. But this is also an 8 point. This here is a 12 point star. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this. This is my own design, so we're going to put these aside here. This is actually an 18 point. You can tell some of these are longer. I was just goofing around one day on it and seeing how many points I can get out of a block, and I came up with 18. I'm sure if the block was bigger you can get more, like 24 or whatever, but I like the 8 point, but I also like the 12 point. So this is how we started. When you draw our, let me get a pen here so we can start. I'm doing this in magic marker. I don't recommend you do it in magic marker. If you can do it in a with a pencil would be better. I'm just doing it for the sake of you folks being able to see it better. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put your cross, like your line going across, okay, this portion here, alright, from corner to corner. You want a straight edge. All I did was to take another piece of wood. So you're going to put your cross across each and every side, okay, so you do all 8 sides that way, okay, and I see I missed a couple things here. There's a lot to draw on this one, but once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quick. Okay, and then after I got that done, I did my center line, okay, all the way around all the sides. Alright, same thing. So once you get your cross and your center line, this is the important, that's where you would do the 8 point. Now that we're doing a 12 point, we're going to make another little cross. Now this is already going across this way, okay, this line's already here, this line's already here, and the big cross is already there. The extra line you're going to do is like a little box, okay, or the corner. So you're going from the center of the block to the center of the block. So you're going to put a block. You're going to go from corner to corner from the center, and you do each one the same way, okay. Now the part we're going to cut off is what you see marked here with an X. Those points are going to be all taken off, this, and this, okay. So we're going to mark these off, and so you're going to take your knife. Now this segment might take us more than 2 to show you how this works. What you're going to do is you're just going to chop this off. We're going to be working on the end grain first, okay, and we're going to pull it this way. You can't go this way because you'll be going against the grain. So make sure you're going along with the grain, and you're just going to chop it as flat as possible, that whole corner. Okay, that's one corner. Let's go to the next one. We're going to just take that triangular portion off. Now you can do it this way, or you can do it this way, whichever is simpler for you. I prefer this cutting. It's much more safer for me. Make sure your glove and your thumb guard is on when you do this, especially if you're a beginner. And we're going to do all the corners that way. Alright, as flat as possible. See how we're getting that done? Alright, we're going to do all 8 corners that way. The secret to this is trying to keep everything very flat. So getting a little bit of a bigger knife or a longer, flatter knife, a thicker knife, might help you out a little bit. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I've been very busy taking care of my parents the last month or so, so that's why you haven't seen me. I was out to a couple of shows meanwhile, so forgive me for not being on and having some new projects. Like I said, I was a little bit of a dry spell there where I didn't know where to go next, and when I saw this, I thought there had to be a better way or a different way of making this star. So it's worked out pretty good. So what you want to do is make sure that you take that triangular as much off near. The precision work on this is a little bit more critical than the larger one. You can get away with more, but you've got to really look how much, you know, get up to those lines as much as you can, you know, and make things very, very even as you're going along. Okay. You want to be careful not to go too far past that line. You just want to, you know, you got to be mindful how the grain is running. Now I use that rubbing alcohol and that that water mix. It does wonders with the small stuff. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on the knife. The wood's a little damp, but that's okay. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want things splitting. And I put it in a spray bottle like you see here. Okay, and then I fill that up and I spray it before I work on it. This is a little damp yet. Now we got all of our corners done. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is from here to here. Now this is a little awkward because you actually have a couple of pieces that seem a little longer than another. Okay, it's pretty even the way it is, but you'll see it as we go here. So right here, you're going to take this, and if you want, you can draw this down to give you an idea what needs to come off first. I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay, your knife will straighten that up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife and you're going to go down like so. Alright, and you're going to go towards the center. From this side down and from this side down. And please do not try to pull it out, cut it out, because you'll tear things out if you try to pull things out. Alright, so, and you want to make that as even as possible, okay? Just like so. And then you're going to do this side. We'll do the top. Let's do the end grain. It seems a little easier for me to show you. Actually, we already started this way, so let's just keep going this way. You can start on the end grain. It might be a little bit easier. I didn't do that. These go in different directions, but it's still the same idea. You'll get the idea here. Alright? Okay, we'll be right back. We'll keep going with this.